Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Wrestling with Anime. I'm Paul.
I'm Justin.
And you had me watch the entire first season of Fooly Cooly.
Yes, I did. FLCL, Fooly Cooly, same thing.
And what did you watch?
I watched through, no, that was the last time.
You even remember the name of the show.
Wrestlemania 9.
There you go. They only say it about 40 times. Wrestlemania 9! Do the thing. Oh, yeah.
Alright, just really... there we go. That's a good pop on the mic.
I wonder how many times we're going to do a Macho Man impersonation.
I don't know.
Probably a lot.
Doing the thing.
Anyway, we decided we would start with...
Talk about Fooly Cooly. Yes.
I have one question.
Okay, ask your question.
Why?
Why what?
Why?
Why this show? Why what?
Why everything? Okay, I'm going to try to explain the plot.
Did you enjoy it?
I don't know.
You don't know if you enjoyed it or not.
I don't. Okay.
Because it was too nonsensical, I guess.
So, this dude, how do you pronounce it? Naoto?
Naoto?
Okay, so he's friends with this chick, and then this other chick comes up on a Vespa and hits him in the face with a guitar.
Yes. After performing CPR.
Well, yeah, because she hits him with the Vespa, and yeah. And then he gets his lump on his head.
Yep.
And it ends up growing into a robot.
Yep.
That comes out of his head.
Yep. Which basically eats him and then he fights as the robot or something. Anyway, they named the robot Kenty. And then this robot now serves as some kind of like housemaid thing.
Yeah, and this chick who ran over him on the Vespa ends up getting hired as their housekeeper?
That too, yeah.
And then in the second episode, they take x-rays of Homeboy's head and they find out he doesn't have his brain. Which, why the fuck not?
Not to mention in the first episode, Haruko, that's her full name, it's hard to pronounce, but she ends up being one of the doctors looking at his head, or looking at Naoto. That was weird.
I don't... and then in, like, episode 4, he ends up having to, like, bat away this, like, asteroid with a guitar or something. Yep. What the fuck?
This is insane shit.
Oh my god.
You're not supposed to make sense of it. It's just what it is. It's a very dense anime. Like, densely packed with a lot of nonsensical stuff.
Oh my god. Like, I don't even know if I liked it. Like, I really don't, because I'm like, halfway through this, my brain was shutting down, like, no, this is too crazy.
Yes, it is crazy.
It's like, you're not ready to handle it. You're not high enough for this show. Just calm down.
Like, you sent me a text that was FLCL equals WTF, and I'm like...
That was after episode 1.
That was after episode 1.
Yeah, the minute the robot came out of the dude's head, I was like, okay.
It equals what the fuck? Yep, pretty much.
Okay, I don't... What the fuck? I don't even know what the show is.
Even though you watched through the whole, right before, last week or whatever, it was that was the whole series.
Yeah.
Like, for over a decade.
I mean, I get that there's this, like, coming-of-age kind of theme going through it, but it's also got a bunch of weird fucking robots and, like, some company that's, like, a giant iron for a building, and...
Yep.
What the fuck is this show?
Well, yeah, and this show has gained quite the cult following since its debut in North America back in, 2003 or so.
Yeah, August of 2003.
Yeah, because, people describe the show as bizarre and surreal.
That's a fucking understatement.
Yep.
I think this show would play a lot better if you were high.
Maybe, I don't know. I can't really quote that.
I think it would make more sense if you were high. I really do.
But yeah, I have watched through this several times already, and even I can't really make sense of it with everything that's in it. But I do enjoy listening to the indie J-rock music in it and other stuff.
I will give it credit, it does have a really good soundtrack.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like, I'm kind of like, I'd watch this again.
Yeah?
But not right away.
I mean, I can understand that. It takes a few watches to really see what the hell's going on. Maybe the first time is just watching it, like, first time you're on, like, a roller coaster ride. It's like, what the hell is that? Do I want to go on it again?
Like, I could see, like, you have to be in the right frame of mind to watch this, because it's such a mindfuck.
Yes, it is.
But I could see myself watching it again in, like, a year.
Fair. Alright. Cool.
What the fuck? That's entirely what I have to say about the show, is just what the fuck.
Yes. A lot of people just say this is one of the biggest, weirdest Japanese animes out there. That's only like 6 episodes long, so I mean, if you have time, it's like within 3 hours you can watch through the whole series.
It's like 2.5 hours or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Fair
pretty
enough.
short. Alrighty, do you have anything else about Fulukuli?
The new season is airing, but not in Canada.
Well, there are ways around that.
I know there are ways around it. I've already seen like the first episode of it. It's yeah, it's also bizarre.
Yeah.
The only returning character is the chick with the Vespa.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I guess, I don't know. So let's move on to WrestleMania 9.
WrestleMania 9!
Do the thing.
Yes.
There's gonna be a lot of bad Macho Man impersonations now.
Yes, because that was like the whole show.
Okay, Justin, how does the show start?
Starts with well, I mean it's in Las Vegas and it's also at the Caesar's Palace. You say it's in the parking lot.
It's in a goddamn parking lot.
But it basically has that theme of like everyone, like all these guys are in togas and it has like a Roman flair to it.
Okay, basically, here's how I explain the atmosphere. Well, okay, without the Roman shit, this looks like a really, like, CZW got a really high budget, and they're like, we're still gonna run in a fucking parking lot. That joke will make sense to people who know what CZW is.
Alrighty.
Combat Zone Wrestling.
Yeah. So anyway, Randy Savage arrives in style, being carried to the ring.
Yeah, he's on this, like, really cool, like, wooden, like, platform thing.
Yeah.
It looks... He does get a really good entrance.
Yeah, for sure.
And then what happens?
And then Bobby arrives on the camel riding
Bobby
backwards.
the Brain Heenan. Who is going to steal this goddamn show.
So, I guess.
We also have somebody else on the broadcast team.
Yeah. Who was that again? I missed their name.
Good old JR Jim Ross.
Okay.
Arguably the single voice that will go on to be synonymous with WWF during their boom period of the like late 90s, early 2000s.
Righto.
So first match you would have been Tatanka.
Yes, Tatanka versus Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Like, I looked on the Wikipedia, and there is, like, one match that was, like, a
dark match.
Yeah, a dark match,
Yeah.
basically not aired.
Yeah, basically they do that all the time to kind of, like, warm the crowd up.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
But anyway,
What do you think of Tatanka?
Tatanka...
Buffalo.
Those the one with the red hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say about him in particular, but I like how Shawn Michaels like to run into poles.
Okay, so I would.
First.
Tatanka doesn't do a whole lot.
No,
He just kind of is like, chop, chop, chop. I'm going to mix it up now. Chop with the other hand. I mean, Sean is bumping his ass off for this guy. Like, he's putting in a hell of a performance.
Yeah, I didn't really take too many notes like that with us, but like, other than like,
Okay.
I mentioned like at one point he's getting a piggyback ride on Tatanka.
Yeah, he goes up, and I think he goes for a victory roll or something.
And
I don't
I'm like,
remember
this
exactly.
wasn't really a smart move.
Okay, let me put it this way. Who would you want to watch more of, Tatanka or Shawn Michaels?
Alright, Tatanka?
Really?
Maybe? I don't know.
Okay, that surprises me. A little bit. So
Pretty sure he has more to show, but I don't know if he does or not.
You think Tatanka's got more to show than Shawn Michaels?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Next up...
Maybe he has a different hairstyle.
Fuck me, sense. Okay, so Tatanka technically wins by countout, but Shawn keeps the IC title. It's a fuck finish for no reason.
And then a cat fight breaks out.
Oh yeah, Sensational Sherry and Luna Vachon are at ringside during this.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it had to build up to a cat fight at some point. It was doing it.
I love how, like, Luna's there, and she's got, like, the makeup on and, like, the haircut and everything, and Bobby Heenan's on commentary like, what a doll! It's so good! Bobby is on point this show. Next up is the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott, against the Head Shrinkers. Because racism.
Head Shrinkers? How are they racist?
Fatu and Samu. I mean, their characters are meant to be savages.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's not exactly the most racially sensitive portrayal.
I try not to see it that way.
How else can you see it?
I don't.
Okay. So what do you think of the Steiner brothers?
They're a good team, I guess.
Okay, what about the Head Shrinkers? Because there's somebody in here that you might know.
Not sure. Like, who would I know?
One of the Head Shrinkers, Fatu.
Who?
He's one of the Head Shrinkers. There was Fatu and Samu.
Okay, well, I don't...
Samu. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
I don't know them.
No, but Fatu would go on to become Rikishi.
Rikishi?
And I'm pretty sure you've seen... Oh, no, maybe David saw Rikishi.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
So what did you think of that match?
I do like the ending line where, a Steiner line, he gotta win a Frankenstein.
Frankensteiner.
Frankensteiner.
Yeah, I love how the Steiners, all their move names have Steiner in them somehow. It's great. They don't do that for anybody else, but it's great. So next up, the reason I basically gave you the show was this match.
Doink the Clown.
Versus Crush.
So apparently you hear about his character beforehand. They tore his arm out of his socket and used both... He also used both arms to whack the other person over with it. Even though... wrestling's weird. Anyway.
Yeah, he had like this fake arm and he was beating people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's not like he grew a robot out of his head. Anyway.
No, because growing a robot out of your head is completely reasonable. Fuck me.
So yeah, the fight starts like right out of the ring with Crush versus Doink. Crush going after the clown first, I guess.
What did you think of Doink?
He's a clown.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure what else to say about him.
But he's an evil clown.
Yeah, I know. The commentators are basically saying that he was very athletic and scientific somehow.
Yeah.
How?
What do you mean?
How is he athletic or scientific?
Well, I mean...
What is it about Doink?
He's a decent athlete.
Okay, fair. I mean, he's in wrestling.
Yeah. So, I don't get...
What's the scientific part about it?
So, what they were trying to get over there is he's good at scientific wrestling, so, like, mat-based stuff.
Okay.
Like, putting on holds more than, like, punches and kicks.
Okay, that's basically what I was asking, for the most part.
Okay, Doink ends up beating Kona Crush Bra.
Double doink.
We had double Doinks!
Was it an illusion?
Bobby Heenan is on point because he's like, no, it was David Copperfield.
And then they lost the doppelganger doink somehow. Or was it just an illusion? Why is this even a debate? There were 2 doinks.
Oh, okay. Next up is Razor Ramon against Bob Backlund.
He beat the wrestler with wrestling.
Okay, what did you think of Razor?
I don't know. I didn't really care for this match.
Really? Okay.
It was a very quick match, and I didn't really see much in it.
It's sad, because Scott Hall is really good, and the Razor character is really good. Because he's basic... Have you ever seen the movie Scarface?
No.
Oh, okay. Because he's basically playing Tony Montana.
Okay.
And they make a point that Bob Backlund is coming back after 8 years of being retired at the ripe old age of 43.
Ready?
Next up is Money Inc., which is Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, and Ted DiBiase against the Megamaniacs, which is Brutus Beefcake and Hulk Hogan with Jimmy Hart in their corner.
Or just Hulk Hogan. I mean, to be honest, it is the iconic character of wrestling of the time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so what did you think of Erwin R. Shyster? He even got a bit of promo time.
Right before the show, that part, I don't really have much of an opinion of him.
Okay, what about Ted DiBiase?
Which one was he?
The $1 Million Man. He was the dude with Erwin.
I mean, I guess that's their gimmick, but...
Well, yeah, his gimmick was he's the $1 Million Man. He can buy off anybody.
Yeah.
And it's great. He's so good at it. Okay.
It's like they'll just buy the match, right?
He tried... No, like, that was like a storyline where he tried to buy the world title.
Gotcha.
And he had his own title at one point called the $1 Million title.
Bought it for $1 million?
Well, that was the idea, and it was like this big, like, diamond encrusted thing that had like a dollar symbol on it, and the whole thing. It was great.
Yeah. So then,
this match has some severe bullshit in it.
Yeah, it does, for sure. Like the shoelace, or not shoelace, but like
the tag rope,
the tight rope. Yeah.
Yeah, they used the tag rope a couple of times to choke.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there are rules against things like this.
Technically, as long as you break on 5, you're good. Technically. Anyway, so Brutus Beefcake is rocking a face mask.
Yeah, that they ended up ripping off of from...
Which, I agree with Bobby Heenan. He should not be allowed to wear that. It is clearly a weapon. And Hulk Hogan has a black eye.
Yeah, for some reason. Yeah, literally black.
Yeah, do you know why?
No.
Oh, okay. So,
what did he do? Trip in the shower?
No. There was a story going around for a long time that something happened between him and Savage punched him in the eye. Unfortunately, that's not true.
Okay. So which shenanigans did he get himself into then?
Apparently, it was just a boating accident.
Unfortunate.
I like the Savage story a lot better. Than Savage got pissed off at him and punched him in the face. But, okay, so, near the end of the match, the Money Inc. are leaving because they're like, fuck this.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And they're going to get counted out but keep their titles. And then the ref, in the middle of the fucking match, changes the rules.
Yep.
And I agree with Bobby Heenan that this is bullshit, and he should have been president of the WWF. God damn it, Bobby. So what did you think of this match?
It was entertaining, for sure. I mean, starting off with, when they're entering the ring, Hulk Hogan rips off his shirt. I guess he does that.
Yeah.
It's this thing.
What must his clothing allowance look like?
I don't know.
Every show? Gets rid of a t-shirt? Like, oh shit.
Yeah, really. Just rips off another t-shirt. There it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
He knocked out the referee at some point and tried to, and the Mega Maniacs tried to clearly win, even though the ref was knocked out.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart puts his jacket on inside out because it has stripes on it, which doesn't make any sense for two reasons, and let me explain. One, at that time in the WWF, the referees didn't wear stripes, they wore blue shirts. Two, if we go... I'm going to get really nerdy here.
Alright, go for it. I don't care.
If we go back to WrestleMania 6...
It's like in the 80s now.
Well, that might have been like 90. Anyway, the WWF president told us that there was a rule in place that you could only have one license. Jimmy Hart is at ringside as a manager, so he cannot have a referee's license and a manager's license. I win. I win at wrestling.
The Mega Maniac's doing the thing! And there goes the money to the crowd.
Yeah, they get the briefcase and then they, throw the money to the people in the front row, because if you can afford front row tickets, clearly you need the cash.
Buying fans.
I love Bobby Heenan. He's so good. And then, they're handing out the cash, and he's like, wait a minute, hold my headset, I'm gonna go get some cash. Brutus, I've always been on your side. He's so good. Next up is Lex Luger and Mr. Perfect.
The narcissist.
The narcissist himself.
Yep.
So what did you think of Lex Luger?
He, lives up to his title as the narcissist.
Okay.
I mean, when he was getting up on stage with the four, ladies, he had them hold a mirror and,
and they had the little spooters on him. But because it's windy, it's getting blown off to the side. It looks so funny.
Yes.
It's even if it wasn't windy, that would still look lame with these tiny little spooters. Oh, Lex, nothing ever goes right for you. What do you think of Mr. Perfect?
I'm not sure what's so perfect about him, but
I'm going to have to show you these someday. But they ran a bunch of vignettes when Mr. Perfect was debuting, showing him doing different things to prove he was perfect.
Okay.
So, for example, he would be shooting 3-pointers and just keep dropping them. He would, at one point, he'd turn to face the camera, throw the ball, and it would still go in the hoop.
I wonder how many takes that took.
I have no idea. What were some of the things? Oh, one was he was playing pool and he broke and sunk all the balls. Another was, he was throwing a football and then, he threw the football and then ran and caught it for a touchdown. It was great.
Okay.
It was 10 out of 10. So what do you think of this match?
I guess there was a interesting pin at the end. Even though his legs were caught in the rope.
Oh yeah, there's some shenanigans.
Yeah, there were shenanigans here. Because right before that'll happen, he tagged on the rope to get out of a pin or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you touch the ropes, you have to break the hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then...
Yeah, referee
should this have even counted then?
Well, no. But referee didn't see it. Shh.
Yeah, I'm sure there were shenanigans here.
There were shenanigans.
I even saw it immediately. I'm there were shenanigans here.
Okay.
And then Mr. Perfect was being a sore loser, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it was a dumb way to lose.
I mean, I don't really get why they're protecting Lex Luger and Mr. Perfect. But, whatever. Next up, though, The Undertaker with Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Against Giant Gonzalez.
Giant Gonzalez, a giant naked gorilla man, is entering the arena. That's how I saw it.
Oh, you know what's... Okay, you know how on his bodysuit thing he had, the fur, painted on?
Yeah.
When he debuted, that fur wasn't painted on.
Oh, God.
They put fur on there.
Oh, my God.
It was amazing, sir. It was amazing.
Please tell me it wasn't naked, then.
He wasn't actually naked.
Yeah, I know it's a bodysuit, but still.
You couldn't see his cock in the breeze. No. So what did you think of the Undertaker?
He still has epic entrances.
It's not as good in the daylight.
I know, it should... At least there was fog, colored fog, I guess.
Yeah, they did the smoke thing, but still, it's
Yeah.
like, the Undertaker should not come out during the day.
Indeed.
Like, it just... Oh. Giant Gonzalez, what did you think?
He's a really big man.
He's, like, yeah, he is
He's
legitimately
legit big.
huge.
Like... Yeah. There's not much more than that. He is giant.
He is giant, but he can't do shit.
Well, it's hard to take down, too, apparently.
But it's like, okay, so... How much do you know about The Undertaker and WrestleMania?
Little, but, I mean, I care about the character, I guess.
Okay, so Undertaker had what they refer to as a streak at WrestleMania. Where, for 20 plus WrestleManias, he won every match at that event. This counted towards that streak.
Really? How?
Because technically he won.
Technically he won?
He won by disqualification, sir.
That's so silly.
Well, I mean, he was working with Giant Gonzalez. It's not like you're going to get a 5-star classic out of this munchkin.
Okay, and the gimmick that was used here was that cloth.
With chloroform.
Was it really?
No, there was legit chloroform on it.
Because, I mean, if that was really the case, then, yeah, it would be complete bullshit. But
no,
I mean,
it was shenanigans.
I know.
They're not literally going to chloroform The Undertaker.
Well, then I was dead. Dong! Oh, by the way, he's alive again. Because that's how his character works, I guess.
Oh, you have no idea. I want to show you just like a compilation of Undertaker stuff later.
Alright,
anyway.
Cool.
Because The Undertaker's died a few times. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Next up is Yokozuna with Mr. Fuji against Bret Hart, who is the current WWF World Champion.
Titled The Hitman.
Yes. What do you think of Yokozuna?
I'd cheer for him.
Why?
I don't know. He's a big fat man that sits on people.
He's a big fat man who sits on... That's what Rikishi
He pins people with his ass. It's great.
He does the bonsai drop on people. Which, apparently, the great part about that is because, like, Yokozuna is legit, like, a huge dude.
Yeah.
When they'd bring jobbers in for, like, TV tapings for him to just, like, maul, he would, like, just, like, crush them when he'd sit on them. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, yeah, and when he was entering onto the, like, walking up to the stage, there was, like, some guy in the crowd also flipping the camera.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
It makes sense, I don't know.
So what'd you think of Bret Hart?
I thought of him as he was gonna get the giant sumo ass in the face guy this time. Even though that didn't happen to him. I mean, he still got, like, pinned, I guess, but...
He gets pinned while he's putting the sharpshooter on Yokozuna, and then Mr. Fuji throws salt in his eyes.
Yeah, which should be illegal.
Yeah, but the referee didn't see it, Justin. And there's no instant replay.
Didn't see, because he got salt in his eyes, too. I don't know.
So, Yokozuna beats Bret Hart for the world title.
Sure.
And becomes a world champion. And then what happens?
And then Hulk Hogan comes around and Yokozuna challenges Hulk Hogan.
Well, Mr. Fuji does.
Well, yeah.
My Yokozuna!
And then, right at the end, he accepts the challenge and takes Yokozuna down rather quickly.
Yeah, Hogan pins Yokozuna in 22 seconds.
Yeah. Also funny to note that the crowd was chanting USA, even though...
I love... Bobby has a line about this later.
But that guy's from Canada and the other guy's from Japan.
Even though he's not, he's Samoan.
Yeah, again, they're not American, though.
No, but, like, I love how, like, they pretend that, like, Yokozuna is Japanese, but it's like, he's Samoan. That's not the same.
No.
So
I'm just
good.
quoting it, though.
I know, it's great, because the crowd's chanting USA and Bobby Heenan's like, you idiots.
None of them are Canadian. None of them are American in this match.
It's so good.
USA.
It's so good.
Uh,
Alrighty, so overall, what did you think of the show?
the show was actually a bit more entertaining than I thought it would end up being.
Because it was silly.
Yeah, it was. It was downright silly.
Would you want to watch more of this era, or...
I mean, if there's, like, more like this, maybe? I can see more watching another thing like this.
Okay, good to know. Well, Justin, I do know what the next show you will be watching is.
Goody.
And we've covered a number of shows from the WWF/WWE. Mm-hmm. We took a little trip to Chikara.
Indeed.
And we've done, a trip or two to Japan. But there are a lot of other great wrestling promotions out there. Or there have been. There have been and are companies like the NWA, WCW, Ring of Honor, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Yes, that's a real company. Combat Zone Wrestling. Well, no. But we're going to take a little trip back to the 90s.
Alrighty.
We're going to take a trip to a promotion based out of South Philadelphia.
I'm not sure where this is leading.
You're going to take a journey to the land of the extreme.
The extreme 90s?
You're going to visit EC fucking W.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
I'm sure. I don't know what anime to get you to watch next time either, unfortunately.
That's okay. We'll figure it out. I don't know exactly what ECW show I'm showing you, but it'll be an EC fucking W show.
Yeah, and I don't know if the next anime I would make you watch will be anywhere near as crazy as Fully Cooley.
I hope not. That nearly broke my brain.
I'm sure.
Alrighty, that's going to be it for this time. I'm Paul.
And I'm Justin.